this episode. I know we have some things to talk about, especially because Taylor's decision that she made yesterday and her decisions today and where she is, whatever. So, one thing I want to say is that I do stand on what I said yesterday about, the choices that she made. I feel like she was in a tight spot either way, to be honest, but I said yesterday, and I think everybody kind of said the same thing. She's got to win, or. Now, I'm going to say something. When Nicole didn't choose her, I was surprised. I was. I will admit that I was surprised that I thought she was going to choose Taylor to be set out. But I'm going to say this about Nicole. In that moment, and this is just me thinking about game when I say this, Nicole was going back and she was thinking strategically, especially watching, Xavier play. I can understand, even understand why Taylor didn't choose him. People are going to probably say, I get it. Taylor is looking at it like, who can I go to the end with? Some people put in my comments, how come she didn't choose Brittany because she's weaker or whatever? Mm, I thought about that today. Choosing Nicole acts like a whiner, and she is a whiner or whatever, but she can play and she can win. So I do understand people are saying, why didn't she choose Brittany? If you think it strategically wise, Taylor, I would have chose maybe Brittany and then let everybody else, fight it out. But I don't know. What's going on, Sheena? What's up, Mama? I do want to hear your opinion. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I put it in your comments. It makes absolutely no sense that she chose Nicole. She should have chose Brittany. Brittany literally had to be given instructions to figure out this last game they played. Like, she should have chosen Brittany. You're going up against three people who are comp beasts. Which is not to say that Taylor is not a comp beast because she did very well. Which is funny how somebody on here was saying, oh, we'll see how she does against real players. But we won't mention who said that. She did very well against real players is the answer. So, but yeah, I would not have chosen Nicole at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. It makes complete sense why she didn't choose Xavier. I do not understand why she chose Nicole. And the second Jingle Bell Brawl, that basically went exactly how I thought it was going to because I knew that Xavier probably wasn't paying attention and he wasn't going to win. And like I said, Brittany's not that great of a competitor. So that was basically Frankie's competition to lose. Tiffany looks so cute in her little elf outfit. I told her like how cute she looked, and her little ad libs were so funny to me. She's been the best host by far. I'm just gonna have to say because her ad libs are hilarious. But let's see what else. Uh, I was a little bit surprised that Nicole didn't choose Taylor, but thinking strategically, it doesn't make sense. You've got two strong male competitors in, you need to get them out. So I'm glad she shows sense and not feelings. But yeah, I need Taylor to go on something, IG Live, whatever the heck, and explain why she picked Nicole, because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that part is confusing. I don't understand. Do you think maybe she feels she's has some kind of loyalty to Nicole? I don't know what it is, the words that she says to him that makes
Because
her feel like she's loyal to him.
because she's another woman winner, and like she wanted two women winners.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is that what
Okay.
you mean?
I'm just trying to figure out what's the because she chose her like even when Xavier was questioning, he chose her again because she chose her like 3 times, right? She's chosen Nicole at least 3 times, correct? Or am I wrong?
Mm, she might have chosen her one other time for something, but I can't remember. I'm not sure. But the only thing I could think of is that maybe she was like, "Oh, I want two women winners in the end." I genuinely cannot figure it out. It doesn't make any sense to me. Or maybe she felt like, because when Nicole came and talked to her, she said, "Well, I didn't go tit for tat." And again, that does not matter. You're a much better competitor than Brittany. I'm trying to win $100,000. I'm choosing Brittany. Because honestly, I think that, okay, so let's say she didn't choose Brittany. I mean, she didn't choose Nicole. Nicole would have had to go the second Jingle Bell Brawl. I think Frankie still would have beaten her. She would have had to go to Santa's Showdown. She is short as well. So she probably would have had the same issue that Brittany had, but she would have figured it out sooner than her. So it's possible that she could have beaten Xavier. I'm not sure, but like it doesn't, like playing it out logically, it doesn't make sense that she saved Nicole at all.
Well, she put, hey, Christy. First of all, hey, Has, everybody, Jill coming in, Frankie, King, how y'all doing? TMD. Hello, Sandra. Hey, Robin. So someone just posted in the comments why I chose Nicole over Brittany. Oh, it was about Brittany. I'm sorry. It says I needed X to take out Frankie, and as a backup, I needed someone to take X out before going against me in the games. I'd seen Nicole take out a strong competitor. I hadn't seen Brittany win against someone. What do you think?
Well, based on, what I was just saying, that actually does kind of make sense because, like I said, I think Nicole would have figured out how to get those blocks off faster than Brittany did. And then, Xavier was struggling to get those last two blocks. There's a good chance Nicole would have beaten him in that. So, I mean, if that's her strategy, I think that makes sense. It didn't work out for her, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I do feel like, and I like how you made that comment. People were kind of, like I said in my last space, that people were kind of coming at Taylor, and I love how you said real players. It's like that's why I said I really think they think that old school or the OG of the legends are the real players.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I apologize. I
Mhm.
just reread this. The way that she explained that actually does not make sense. Because based on the way that she explained it, she should have chosen Nicole to go into the Santa showdown, or I mean, pick Brittany. Nicole would have had to lose Jingle Bell Brawl, go into Santa showdown, and take out X. So the way that she explained that supports that she should have picked Brittany. You see what I'm saying?
No, but that's what everybody was saying in my comments. Well, and I didn't see your comment, but people was hitting me up and saying that she should have picked her. Not should have Brittany or any kind of way like that, but they say she's a weaker player. Like even in the game that she played, she could have maybe even beaten X today if she would have strategically thought just a swing. I don't know. It just seemed like she struggled so badly with this. And even X, like you said, the boxes. That's why I said it difficult these games that they're playing. I was wondering myself, just sitting back watching with X and the green boxes everywhere. Like the swinging thing, I think I would have got that. I would have got that crap. But trying to find other boxes, was that more of the difficult side, or was it just X struggling? Because he didn't. Even with the song, even though yes, it's a threat physically, X struggled a bit. You know what I'm saying, throughout these games. He even said, "Well, I heard the song, but I didn't get all parts or something." He was saying, "I didn't remember." I'm like, bro, in this type of situation, you have to remember like everything. You got to pay attention to everything that's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I know X is a competitor, and I know that he is a beast. All these kind of things. But I just think that we saw a few little cracks in the. We saw some. I feel like. So I just feel like some people put too much on somebody being a strong physical person because some of the things that they weren't physical, he was struggling with. And just like I feel like Brittany could have probably actually beat X. I do. And I wish even still she still is weaker than the rest of them. Tiffany should have chose Brittany. I do understand what you're saying with that. She should have chose Brittany. And I agree with the other guy who told me the same thing. Choosing Brittany would have changed everything because she would have beat her in the whatever. Trying to beat X now is gonna be a struggle. So you got X. Even Nicole said this. How am I gonna try and go against these three beasts? Nicole, to me, is surprisingly, some of the things she said in the past couple of episodes, I'm like, wow, okay, Nicole. Because I don't listen to her that much. To be fair, to be honest, she really was hitting on some good points. And I was like, have I ever listened to her? Like, literally listen? I don't know, because people say that I just don't like her. But I listened to her past couple of episodes, and she really does. She did make some smart choices. I just don't like her whining. I just can't get over it. Go ahead, Sheena. Sheena, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh God.
Sorry, I was responding to
Oh,
someone. I hear
okay.
you.
I'm
I
sorry.
can hear you.
No, it
No,
had
no,
before
no.
down. I thought.
Okay, so somebody So somebody responded and said just what I said. Well, then it would have made sense that you would have saved Brittany. So then somebody quote tweeted that and said she means in the final four. And then I went back and read it, and she said before the games. So that's not what she meant. So the way that she explained it does not make sense. But she is live on Instagram right now. Hopefully she saves it so that we can see. But yeah, the way that she tried to explain this does not make sense.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure why she's explaining it that way. I don't know. Just like I feel like this too. If I had like a loyalty where, like you were saying, like the women, you want the women to win. I don't think anything is wrong with that as well. I think a lot of that had to do with a lot of her decisions too. But at the same time, I know Xavier. I just feel like Xavier had been pissed off this whole winter game. Every time we saw Xavier, he's either like, "Oh," I was like, "Xavier, I feel so bad for you, bro. I know you irritated as fuck." He was like, "I every time I go to you, be like, okay, just keep doing it. We'll do it the whole time. Just keep doing it." He always says that. And Taylor was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I'm choosing Nicole." I was like, Ew, I swear, I felt like I can't want to say Xavier. Do not even say anything to whoever is Taylor. Don't say nothing. Just go down there and say, "I'm going to compete." Because you're not going to choose me. Just forget it. Oh my God. So, we got one more episode left. Is that it? Is that all we have left? Or two?
No, just one. Finale's on Thursday.
Oh, damn. They're probably going to do it big. Yes, Tiffany was super adorable. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't help but post her. Her hair, the hat, the outfit, just so cute. She did a great job. I think she was the best host. She was. I'm sorry, I don't say nobody else, but kind of. But she was just cute. I loved it. It's just a cutesy little episode. I thought it was, but it seemed intense. It's funny how they're able to like go between jingle bells and candy canes and bullshit. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this shit is serious. I can't get together. I want to go reindeer games. Brittany cried so much in this whole entire season. I wonder if she's gonna look back and say, damn, I cried a lot. If I go to reality TV, I hope I don't do that. Because sometimes you're passionate and mad like me. Sometimes you do cry. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna call her a crybaby or anything. 'Cause I do cry when I get mad. I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to do that. Because she cried every time she got pissed. Go ahead, baby. Chin, is your hand up, or is that a accident?
No, I put it up. No. Why was there so much freaking crying? That did not. These people were literally acting like they were going off to war or something. Like I can't. These people cried entirely too much for me. But did you say earlier in one of these spaces that you felt like it was like Squid Games? Did you say something like that?
I said that because Squid Games is like a bunch of kid games, and I was like, I thought I talked to you about it behind the wall. And I said where it seemed like they kind of got some stuff from Squid Game, but this is pre-tape. But I don't know because they said a lot of shows are copying of a Squid Game going into the new show. The new,
But the way it's like, okay, choose somebody to be safe. Choose somebody to be safe. Choose somebody to go into elimination. It is giving Squid Games kind of. So I'm wondering, were they filming at the same time and they heard or what? Because I was thinking about that this episode particularly, it was kind of giving that.
well, I mean, to me, it's like Big Brother has to do something. Big Brother is, struggling. Not just Big Brother. There's a few Ready to Love. There's a few other reality TV shows that need to
Not you throwing shade while you talk about another show.
did. They need to spice it up and change it up because a lot of these new shows are kicking ass. Like Netflix is on a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the dominant shows have always been Big Brother, Survivor, all these things, and Maze Race, blah blah. CBS and then the channels, MTV, whatever. When Netflix is like, I'm coming to play. Like they've always had the romantic shows, and a lot of competition shows had kind of flopped a little bit. But this Squid Game is showing Netflix is coming to play. If they can cover every show, Netflix is about to take over. And they've already been talking about how they literally had the number one show for what weeks after Thanksgiving. Still. And the reunion didn't even come on to what? I forgot how many weeks ago it was. But I'm just saying that I know that they're seeing their competition. It's coming for them. Like they need to change it up. That was racist and toxic, which you still are. You trying to change that, and sometimes we get bored with y'all, big brother. We want something new and whatever. So I think this was kind of like a little test. I want to feel like doing this placebo. They want to see what we think about it, and then maybe they'll move forward some different. I hope they are. Hey Jay, I forgot you there, sweetie. Go ahead,
Hi.
baby.
So I was actually laughing about the whole crying thing. When when I saw that Danielle went home on the episode, everybody just started breaking down, and I started laughing because no one really knows her. Like it was their first time meeting them, and they act like someone was moving away, a close friend. But Brittany, I felt like when I saw her, struggling in the competition and Xavier was already on the puzzle, my heart was just pounding. And because when Xavier was almost finished and then Brittany got on the puzzle, I was like rooting for Brittany, but I thought Xavier would win. And then when Xavier couldn't find his puzzle pieces, I had a feeling Brittany would win. But I'm still a little confused why Taylor. I'm still a little confused why she hasn't gone after Xavier because in the Santa showdown, I would in my mind I would keep Frankie, Taylor, Brittany, and Nicole because in the final I feel like they would be easier to beat when Xavier. Every time he goes into a showdown, always wins, and this is the final that I feel like he can beat all of them. So I would get rid of Xavier as much as I can and target him and keep the rest because I feel like they would be easier to beat.
Damn. Okay. Well, Jay, let me put you on game a little bit, baby. So with the first part of the crying, Danielle, Taylor, and Xavier, a lot of them came into the house because Danielle was a person of color in the beginning of Big Brother. So to them, having somebody like that in the house and seeing her leave, it was very dramatic for a lot of people. So that's. For another thing, I can't speak for why you say you want. I know that you want Xavier to be gone. Taylor has kind of been trying to be loyal to Xavier, and to be honest, Taylor has been kind of in a position where she's kind of, and we talked about this last time, and I love how Sheena put it, and someone else did as well. I think my other co-host that she has to choose between being a woman and being black. So there's a lot of dynamics that happen within all of that. Jay, just let you know
And
that.
and I do like that when Tiffany walked into the house that it wasn't like a overreaction kind of thing. Like Xavier and Tiffany were on the same season, so they know each other. And I'm glad I'm like it was just like a smile and not like a run up and hug because I think that Xavier was just trying to keep it like back, but I can see why all of them were working together. But when they were in the first challenge, the naughty or nice challenge, where they had to find the key, I loved it how Xavier said after Nicole opened it, I was just getting started when the competition was going on for like 5 minutes. He was just starting. Also, when another thing that I can't stand is every time that Nicole talks, it just seems like whiny, like she's trying to get her, like she wants everything like her way to me a little bit. And also, I want to hear you guys' opinion. Are there some moments where you think like Taylor is like having attitude and just like, well, it's going my way kind of thing?
No, I didn't see that.
No.
Like I'm on one of the episodes where she said she feels like a bitch kind of thing.
Baby, I don't know where you getting that from, sweetie. I didn't see any of that. I saw
Because
Taylor
no,
make
because
it.
she saw
Oh, wait, hold on,
because
Jay,
when
Jay, hold, Jay, hold on just a second, baby. Sheena, go ahead. I want you to jump in this conversation, please. Go ahead, Mama.
No, she was saying that because like Kamisha just said, me personally, I think that because Derek X has already come out and said that they've retaped certain things. Like his ad libs that they did, they're wearing earpieces, and so they told him like, okay, no, say something else. We don't want you to say that, and then they reshoot it. So I think that they gave her the green ornament on purpose. So she would have to choose between Nicole and Xavier because they wanted to set up the drama of basically like, are you going to choose being a woman or are you going to choose being black? So when she was in the DR saying, oh, I feel like such a bitch because it was such a hard decision for her because of that. That's why she said that.
You understand, Jay?
Yeah. Also, um, one of the episodes that cracked me up, that I still love. I'm sad that Danielle Reyes went home, but when Danielle was saying that she doesn't think that she could do the hamster wheel challenge, and Brittany said that she couldn't do it, but she started begging, and I loved it how her and Danielle were talking, and she sent Danielle in because she said that she thought Danielle was throwing them under the bus, and Danielle said that she was pissed off. But when I saw the hamster wheel challenge, when I saw Brittany go in, my heart just sunk because I thought, oh my gosh, Brittany and Danielle are going to have the two hardest times. And when I saw that one of it was Danielle going in, I thought, and she couldn't even get it to move, and it took her like 20 seconds, like 10-15 seconds to get the thing to move. Then I was like, okay, she's not going to be able to do it because of how slow she was going.
She didn't have enough. I mean, she had time, but as each person went in there, it just was less time for you to try to go on and be strategic. The ones in the beginning did. There
Yeah,
was no way she.
I knew Danielle would have gone in there anyway, but I'm glad she went in 2 minutes to have extra time, because if Brittany would have came back, if Brittany would have came back and would have chose Taylor, Taylor would have chose Josh, and then Danielle would have had to go on, and then Danielle would have only had 30 seconds left.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead, Sheena.
Oh, also, Brittany, I didn't forget. Brittany going home tonight is just more proof of what I always say. God don't like ugly. Because you turned against Danielle and you almost beat Xavier and then you lost. So there you go.
You are ridiculous.
I'm serious. Because
Do you
literally
guys?
she almost beat him. She was right there. He couldn't find the other two blocks. And then what
So
happened? You
what?
lose.
What do you guys?
Hey, Jay, baby, have you been here before to this
Yeah,
space?
yeah.
Okay, so do me a favor. Just hold tight.
Okay,
Have your hand up. So we can go in between, so we can
okay.
give everybody opportunity to speak. Okay? Because she was, even myself, I'll mute myself when you guys are talking, so I want you guys the opportunity to say it. And when you raise your hand, that way we can know you got something. You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking to each other or anything. Sheena, I don't know. I was gonna make a point about what you said. What'd you say? I'm sorry, Sheena. Can you repeat what you said one more time,
I'm
please?
yeah, I'm just saying, Brittany, the karma came back because she picked Danielle when she shouldn't have. And then she almost won. She was right there. And then Xavier beat her. And remember how I said before, I don't give a fuck what nobody says because I actually talked to Tiffany about this and Tiffany disagreed with me, but I don't fucking care. I do think she was jealous because did you notice at the end of the challenge when she was getting ready to go home and Xavier went up to her and hugged her and was like, "Oh, you did such a good job." Blah, blah, blah. The way she was laying all over him, girl.
I took a picture.
Bye.
I took a picture of it. I did. I
I,
did.
I, I do. I
Oh
stand by it.
God.
And I saw somebody else tweeted, they're like, if you've watched this woman play, she's always been jealous. She has. She has. I don't care what nobody say. Go back and watch it. She's always played that way.
Well, she's going home to her girls to watch the rest of the Reindeer game. No shade. So I mean, you know, just I thought that was pretty shady. But I'm gonna say to bring the legends back is something they need to do again. Maybe not necessarily a Christmas one. I wouldn't mind seeing this again in the same amount of time that we're doing it, but maybe not Christmas, a different time. You know what I'm saying? This could be something they could do in between because Big Brother is so long and we have to wait so long in between. So I think this would be cute to try on something else. Go ahead, baby.
Do you think? because they casted the reindeer games like this, that this means that we're never going to get an all winners slash legend season?
You know what? I was thinking the same thing. I don't know. Just like they just stopped doing celebrity, Big Brother. I think they just want to do something different. They've been talking about doing a Legends one for years, and to me, this is about as close as we're gonna get. That's why we keep
Right.
hearing. This is about every time we keep on hearing Legend. No, no shade. I'm just saying, but the whole time, like this whole reindeer game, we keep hearing Legends. Like trying to say, bitch, this is your Legend season. Don't ask for it no more. Like,
Right. Because, like, even though they got Cam and Cody out, Xavier is clearly a comp beast. Frankie is a comp beast. Nicole can win comps. Taylor is a comp beast. Like, there are so many comp beasts left at the end. Like, those four people are very tough competitors. And you had all those winners that they cast to be on this.
agreed. Go ahead, Jay. I see your hand up. Back. I'm sorry,
No,
So
no, no.
when
I'm
I
sorry,
heard,
Jay. I
when
was
I
just going
heard,
to say really quickly
Jay. Hang on, say. I'm
that
sorry.
I just was going to say really quickly. I really feel just because they cast so many winners that this is what we're going to get. Like, I don't think we're going to get like an all winners season or a legend season. I feel like they're like, here, this is what we're giving you.
yeah, to me this felt like a their all star season for Big Brother. Because the last one was season 22, but when they kept saying the word legends, I kept repeating, all right, who are we thinking? Vanessa, Dan, just all the legends, trying to think of the legends. And then when I saw Cameron, like Josh, Cody, I mean, I understand that they're good in comps, but for legends, and no shade to anybody, but the only legends to me that are on the show, in my opinion, are Brittany and Danielle.
So legend could be also, just people who, well, because God, sometimes we just say someone a legend who maybe have not had that much time, but they're just so good. But you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that's and this might be a first time doing. We might see other cycle legends coming in. This is just only the first one. What's up, sis?
Okay. So the thing about legends is it can have different meanings, different interpretations. And my thing is, Xavier, even though strategically it's not all the way there, and we're seeing that in this show as well, he's always be considered a legend because he's the first Black US winner. Taylor is always going to be considered a legend because she's the first Black woman to win. So even though it might be like they don't have the history because they're recent winners, in the canon of BB, you're always going to remember those two names, unless you're Brittany Haynes, but whatever, we won't go there. But you're always going to remember those two names. Those two names are always going to be important. So they're legends. Danielle Reyes is a legend. I don't know that I would say that Brittany's a legend. Definitely would not say that Nicole is. Definitely would not say that Josh is. And honestly, I need to know if we're going to be honest. Well, because why did they get to have so many people from BB16, but Tiffany and Xavier couldn't play together? Like, why is she an elf? Maybe she didn't want to do it. I don't know. I haven't asked her. But like to me, I would have preferred to have Tiffany on instead of Xavier, but I guess like they wanted to do, the whole winners thing. So I guess that's why he's there. But
I don't know. I think her mic might have cut out. I'm not sure. Go ahead, Jay. Her mic might have cut out.
So I want to, with Cameron being a legend, I know he's a compies, but I don't see him being a legend. But also, I'm really wanting to see how Janelle handles Brittany because those two are really good friends on The Amazing Race and everything. But Janelle doesn't like Nicole. She really hates Nicole. And she even said it by her tweets that I saw about her talking bad about Nicole. And her and Brittany and Nicole made up about this drama on Twitter and then started working together. So I want to see if Janelle and Brittany are going to still be friends or if they're going to be enemies because Brittany doesn't like Nicole. What do you guys think?
Wait, you lost me. You're saying Janelle as if she's going to be on the show, or you're just saying like?
No, Janelle meaning like before the show when she saw Brittany and Nicole were going to be on the show. From the past seasons, like after season 22 on All Stars, Janelle was talking bad about Nicole, meaning like they didn't like each other at all. And now Brittany and Nicole are friends. They were working together on the show, but Brittany and Janelle were friends on their seasons and went on Amazing Race together. So, do you guys think that Janelle is not going to like Brittany for being friends with Nicole, someone that she doesn't like?
No, I don't. I don't think that. She would have to do something, or say she would have to say something. I don't think it would be that deep. Now she'll still continue to drag Nicole. Now, mind you, I mean Brittany gonna have to hear that. But other than that, I'm just saying because she's still gonna drag her. I don't think it's gonna affect their friendship though. And who knows? You think Brittany gonna come out this house and being like, "Yeah, we became best friends." Look, I'm gonna keep it real. Yes, I'm sure that they made up. But I'm pretty sure there was some side talk when they got out the house. I'm just being honest. Shit. So no, I don't think so. What do you think, Sheena?
Oh yeah, no. Janelle's a lot of things. She's not that petty. She's not gonna care about that. They'll definitely still be friends. She is gonna talk a whole bunch of shit about her to Nicole though. And honestly, given that Brittany didn't make it to the end, Brittany could probably go and talk back, to be honest.
I just said that literally. Yeah, y'all didn't hear? And that's literally what. That's why we're sisters. I literally, we're not real sisters, y'all, but we call each other that. But I literally just said that. I said she's gonna talk shit about her, and I said Brittany's gonna talk shit about her when she got the house because yeah, they made up, but they're not best friends. Like you was in there for 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, it's cool, we made up, but watch, she lost. She gonna when you're lost, when you lose something, you're gonna talk a lot of shit. You know why I lost? Cause that bitch, it's gonna.
And also, that was also not wise on her part because that was her number one in the house. But Nicole's real number one was Frankie. So who are the two that made it to reindeer games and who didn't? You think that's an accident? Like, give me a break.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you coming up, baby. You have a good night, sweetie. I appreciate you coming up. Anybody can come up and say something whenever we're talking up here. Most time it's just me and she talking shit, but you guys can come up and say, stuff. Dialogue is always good. But most of y'all just come through to listen, which is also good as well. Because me and she ain't gonna just talk shit. We don't need no audience or assistance in that. But for the final episode, Sheena, what are your thoughts? What do you think we'll have? We got the final four. Did I put the picture in here? Final four. What do you think?
Well, I saw something. I don't know if it's an actual spoiler or not, but somebody was saying their sources, like that they're hearing who won. And if that person is correct, I'm interested to see how that happened. I'll just say that. But I don't know. I think we're in for a good show because, like I said, those four people, those are very strong competitors. And they all, which is very interesting to me, seem very not desperate. I shouldn't say desperate, but they all seem very hungry to win this money, which is funny to me because you've got three winners who won way more than $100,000, and the other one is Ariana Grande's brother. So, like, I'm very confused about how all these people are like acting like
It's
this is
like,
the
where
most
is
money
your
they've ever
money?
seen in their life.
It's like,
I'm
where's
like,
our money?
I don't understand that. But maybe they're getting extra on the side, and that's what they're excited. I don't know, child. But this is CBS. I'm gonna have to give it to you because at first I was like, this is gonna be so fucking corny. And y'all actually really did your big one on this shit. Like, I love the games. Minus Nicole, I'm happy who we ended up with in the final four because I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed Frankie this season. I think he's funny. He's made me laugh. I enjoyed him. So minus Nicole, I'm happy with that. We started out with three. We kept two. We only lost one along the way. That's doing pretty good for us. So, I mean, and honestly, I think it's cool to see the first Black winner and the first Black woman winner battle head to head. I think that's cool. So, like,
I know.
CBS,
That's
you did their
everything.
big one. I can't lie. They did their big one.
Okay, and there's no bells here. There are no bells. Oh my god. Can I need a Wow. Like I need y'all get y'all graphics together here on Twitter. This shit is trash. I'm sorry. That's why I never get y'all sound system. But yes, that is everything. I love how you said that the black winners against each other, not competition. It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited to see. And Frankie has always been that so silly. Yes, they could deal with that Nicole. I'm so sorry. I get Nicole and Brittany being like, "Hey, we're moms. We ain't been on the show in a while. We're gonna come through and show moms." I get it. More so Brittany because she's been gone. I don't even remember. Let me not say that. Anyway, I'm just it sounds bad out loud, no matter how I say it. I'm just saying I get it, you know what I'm saying? And I do love how because people are dragging, oh, why did they bring Taylor and exact y'all doing too much. I love that they brought it's a mixture and I loved it. I wouldn't mind seeing the same, the next time around. Maybe the winners of this next season, sprinkle some legends, some old, old back in the day legends, all I say is please, God on earth, I'm praying that do not ever bring Christmas on there because her name is Christmas. Because I was so scared she was gonna be on here this season. I was so scared. What's up, Sheena?
Oh, she's not coming back. Her PR is terrible. All those people with bad PR, they not coming back. But especially now that they've, adjusted their policies and everything. But you know what? Xavier, if you ever hear this, I'm sorry, baby. I know you had to go into Santa Showdown every single time but one, but I'm sorry. Y'all know you've heard me talk about this. 80% of Xavier's game was just being a man. You didn't have to work super hard to win your title, honey. I'm sorry. And the way that you're being treated, having to go into elimination all the time, that's usually how Black women are treated, playing these games. Look at Big T on this season of the challenge. So I'm sorry, but you had to earn this one. And I enjoyed seeing you earn this one. So we'll see, what happens Thursday night. But sorry, Xavier, I'm not necessarily that mad at it.
Francesca Ep says, I like Frankie this season, didn't like him on his season. I've read that quite a bit where people are saying he has big fans, mind you, not just because of sister, but there are some people who said the same thing. I didn't like him on his season, but love him on this. He seems so much, fun. He's super goofy and his ad libs are everything. And even all the hopping around and all the messing, it just makes the show, between her Taylor's flipping a perfect flip and showing face, and he's showing face too, I ain't gonna lie. But because his his eyeshadow game is everything. I'm sorry, it always has been.
You
And
think so?
Frank,
I think his makeup look a mess.
no.
Like I think it makes him look old. Like I haven't seen. I literally was talking to Oliver on the side, like, bitch, Ariana Grande is your sister. You don't have somebody for her team to come help you with your makeup.
Well, I've seen him where his makeup is just like, like not on the show. Like I've seen pictures of him where it's just like, I can't say who's doing the makeup now, but I'm saying his makeup game most of the time, especially his eye, he's always had it like that.
But you don't think he looks old? He looks old, girl. You don't think so?
Maybe it's the hair.
It could be the hair. I don't like Frankie.
Because to me, because to me, the hair. To be fair, the hair is. It always gives me like grease or something. Like the old principal. You know what I'm saying? That's like 1955.
No, he
Mr. Brown.
He put so much like mousse on it to slick it back like that. But Frankie, I'm sorry, baby. You're funny. I'm enjoying you. You need to get with Ariana's team, honey, and get that face and that hair right. I'm sorry. You do. It's not. I'm gonna give you the Camesha. I'm sorry. You do. It's not. It's not it.
Yes, whenever I give shade, I always say I'm sorry. I don't know why I do that. And if I'm going off, I literally do it like it's in my head. If I go off with somebody, I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't know why I do that, but it's what it is. I don't really even really mean
it. It's probably a Southern thing. You trying to be nice, nasty.
It is. Like you see some kids in church, they look horrible. You're like, oh my God, precious. You don't say cute or anything. You just, it's kind of like that. Oh, well, girl.
Let me ask you this, friend. Mm-hmm. Do you think that what Taylor meant, what she meant, even though maybe she She didn't explain it as well. But what she meant is that she wanted to keep Nicole for the final four to like help her beat Xavier. Do you think that's what she meant?
It's a possibility, or maybe she's trying to say, because you know how sometimes we'll see some challenges where they'll keep certain people because they know that they will automatically, go after that person. But my thing is, if you I don't want to say betray, but if you, because I told you, Xavier been getting not the best, he may get irritated. Well, I don't think he would. But my game, I wouldn't want to take a chance of him just turning around saying, you know what, Taylor, I'm not choosing you. Even though I don't think he will do that. But I do think that might be what she's trying to say. Have more people in the game that might be able to take him out. But I just don't think that that doesn't make any sense. I don't see, why would you even think that Nicole could take out Xavier? I don't know. I'm like
Well,
you
I
now.
mean, I don't think that that makes sense specifically because you have two duos competing because once Cody left, Nicole became Frankie's number one. So why would you want somebody to compete with their number one? Because you don't know, like you don't know how many stages there are. You don't know if there's going to be stations. You don't know what. Because what if it's like the first event is compete in pairs, and then if you lose, you're out. Like it's like you don't know what it is. So I don't want somebody else to compete with their number one. I want to compete with my number one
Mm,
because I like I think this was one of these that you did where I wasn't here.
hmm
But Queen was talking about how, like Taylor and Xavier have hung out before and stuff like that. I have not, she might have met Danielle at an event or something, but I
hmm
don't think she knows her well. But I've definitely seen, I know she's met Xavier more than once. So, and she talks about like how the cookout embraced her when she won and everything. So I think once she got in there and saw that Xavier was there, or she knew it beforehand, whichever, in her mind, she had already decided that that was going to be her number one because she knew that he could protect her in any competition that she didn't win. And that's basically exactly what has happened.
mm,
So
I
if
see.
I'm competing with my number one, your number one is not staying.
Period. If you and I are on, well, I won't say Squid Game. I'm just saying, but because a lot of people applied, and I said, Lord, if I get on there, I probably gonna have people in the house. I mean, the dorm room. But the thing about it is, if me and Sheena was going to a show, even though y'all, you hear know us whatever, but not the word doesn't know us. So I don't even know if I would want to be like we're just aligned together. This situation is so hard because I feel like there were black women that get in alliance, except for this one with the challenge with Desi, how good they did. It always falls to shambles. Do you agree with that or not?
That most women's alliances fall to shambles.
Well, I was saying because we're both black, but yes, pretty much. I was saying if you and I got to have. I'm not saying we would go to shambles, but it's like I would want to move a certain way because I would not want to be. They would know we're alliance. When I think about
Right.
how Felicia and them played, how people said that her and Cheney and that they were alienated from the other women, and it's like I think about myself all the time. Would I do that? Or would I want to go in there and just like be, oh, I know everybody did it up. If I knew somebody like you was in
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
there, I'm like, boom, that's my alliance. And I want to keep it small, not big. Like you and I will make eye contact, probably talk at the water cooler, or I'm sorry, water fountain, maybe wash your hands, whatever. Like, girl, okay, cool. But not like you and I are doing like these long ass talks. It's my best friend, da, da, da. Because I would not want to be targeted. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know how you
Oh,
feel
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah. No, but me personally, you already know me. You know what I'm going to say. If I was Taylor in that house, I would have aligned. I would have been closest to Danielle and Xavier. And I would have been very upfront with Xavier. Like, I just would have been like, you are a physical comp beast. You can do anything. Like, Cody's in this house. Cameron's in this house. Frankie's in this house. Like, you're going to have to, I'm sorry, you're going to have to help get rid of at least one or two of those people. I would have told him that up front. And then I would have said things that are more mental. I will take the lead on that. That's what I would have said. And I said, we need to work together to get these people out. That's what I would have said.
That is perfect. And that's the problem that people always say, like for instance, me and that Big Brother when they went there and they strategizes or whatever. It's probably hey Frankie, probably pretty difficult to pre-strategize. Hey, Kay, because of the fact, you don't know if you're gonna get in the house or not. But and with them it's different. I also say something really bad, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be in my best behavior a little bit here. With them other people, but for you and I think I would not have to strategize. If I saw you in the house, I'm being honest, because you are a lawyer, so you're very strategic anyway. And you know I'm normally loud or whatever. If you didn't see me do a whole bunch of stuff, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, she's okay." You automatically know she's not running up to me. She's not doing anything. You probably be like, "I'll talk to her later. We're working out." You would automatically know that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes this stuff, it should be an organic thing, not necessarily like I feel like it was an organic thing with Frankie, even though I don't like Nicole. That situation was smart the way they did it. I feel like if they were gonna do women, they should have came in there like that with that smoke. And Taylor with Xavier and what's his name, Josh, they should have stayed as strong as the three of them because the three of them dominated a lot of it. Taylor only dominated things because she won stuff. If she hadn't won stuff, there's no telling what Taylor would be in now. So I don't know. And then with the alliance thing, I also feel like too, um, it could also hurt you. So I always feel like smaller is better. I've never thought that a great big alliance. The three is the most I would do. Just watching the three of them, because they all brought different things to their alliance. You have like a weak one. No shade, Brittany. You got Frankie, who's a con beast. You got Nicole, who whines, but she's actually, a winner, and she's actually good at different things. So to me, the alliance worked. I'm just, giving what it is. Go ahead, Mama.
And I have to say, I mean, I'm like, the more I think about it, the more CBS really did their fucking big one. I'm sorry, they did. Because it was also really cool to see Taylor and Xavier protecting each other. Like, could you imagine if they had played together, like the full game, what that would be like?
Yes. Oh my God, girl. Yes. Would have loved it.
But I also wanted to comment on what you said about these weird ass fucking eggnogs. Okay, so first of all, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm allergic to mollusks. So that one with the squid, I wouldn't even have been able to eat that. So they wouldn't have had that if I would have been there because obviously they know their allergies. But that was giving challenge to me. I was like, what? They're gonna make them eat nasty food and drink since when? So I think you're right. I think, they really thought they were going to do their big one for season 25. A lot of people do not feel that they did. And so now I think they're kind of trying to rehab to figure out, how they can like fix things before we go into 26. And I think that this was kind of like a test for them to see how are we going to react to this, and then they'll know how they want to proceed with 26. But I would love for them to do more nasty food things because that's enjoyable to watch and think about like how gross it is.
Well, it's gross, but not only that, I'm gonna say that I feel like that is another element of surprise where somebody could actually win something that maybe they weren't good in the physical. But girl, who knows? Some nasty slop of shit that smells like stank, they could suck it down or figure out the recipe, whatever the fuck it is, and can win an HOH. And to me, that's something different I wouldn't mind seeing. Just like you were saying, look how we're talking about and discussing the strategic moves. Let's be honest. We've done these spaces, me and you, for the past, over 2 years. And, us not being, angry about the racism, the toxicity of the most of the seasons, even this past season we had some stuff. We haven't done that. We've laughed and discussed the way they moved and how they played the game. And that's something that you and I have been wanting to do for a long time. I think even when Taylor was playing her season, we spoke about this almost a whole season where we just want to have a season of a show. We're talking about moves, no matter the race or gender, whatever. I mean, we're going to talk about it, but most people just want to talk about how people are winning, how they're moving, and the alliances, and da-da. And that's all we've been doing. I'm not even a fan of Nicole, but I've given Nicole 3 compliments, and that's not even like me. Okay? So I'm I'm just saying.
I'm dead. Oh my God.
But you know what I'm saying.
Listen, y'all, the reason why this space is so much fun is because Camesha and I do so much kikiing on the side that when we get in here in front of y'all, we just get up here and act a fool.
It's just like we be on the phone, just like y'all. Sometimes we forget y'all even here. I ain't gonna lie to you. We just like, oh, you hear me say that all the time, and it's not even no shade. Why I say I'm sorry. I be like, baby, I
Okay,
forgot you was
wait,
there.
no, hold on. I just want to let y'all know I never forget y'all are here. Or do I never forget this is recorded. So no, I don't forget. just
Well,
letting y'all know. I don't forget.
first of all, I don't forget it's recorded, and don't really care. No shade to nobody. But I just be straight with y'all. I'm sorry, I forgot you was there. It's no shade. I'm in the middle of a conversation. We deep to speak and thought. Every time people been sitting there for 10 minutes, I'd be like, God damn. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I forgot you were there. I don't want to lie. So I don't know, girl. I feel like people get offended, but I talk so fast sometimes they can't catch. It's too late. Did she offend me? It's too late. We moved on to another thing. Oh Jesus!
Cannot believe, but you know what? This goes to prove that CBS be playing in our face. Because how come now all of a sudden all the competitions are equitable and fair? Like, how come now all of a sudden the Black woman is not out first? How come now all of a sudden we can get what we want and enjoy the show and have fun and not be a toxic mess? Like they be playing in our face because they know the right thing to do. They proved it with this. So now we're gonna see how they act BB26. Because
I don't know.
they know what we want to see. They know what to do. They've just been playing with us.
I think that we're gonna be maybe in for a treat. 26. I think that
I don't know, girl. I
no,
want
no.
to get my hopes up.
Well, I want to say this. I think that Squid Games is going to benefit a lot of consumers. When anything new comes in popping, it makes everybody step up their game, and that's what we're gonna reap those benefits of that because they're gonna have to change some of these old ways. Some of these reality shows need to get together because they are so like 10 years ago, and they're gonna lose a lot of people. They're gonna start wanting to see the stuff that Netflix is putting out, and so and not just Netflix, other shows are starting to do it. You see reality shows that are similar to Squid Games. All I'm saying is I'm looking forward to seeing what Big Brother's gonna bring, and they better do something right because I'm going to drag them and bring up reindeer games, have a damn jingle bell during the summer, jingling. Remember? So I hope they don't screw up and have some dumb shit happening. And please do not have no 100 damn days. But I do believe we're going to see something different this season. You don't think so?
I just hope that the competitions are more equitable so that women have just as good of a chance as winning and that they do more mental comps than they did last season. If we can just get that, we will be on a much better path than we were this past season. So at least can we do that?
Let me ask you a question. When you brought up the women's thing, and I know you know one of my biggest pet peeves, one of my hated moments of Big Brother is when Davon and Bailey was on that competition and Cody's ass was up there with his get along gang, and they all got her out, got them two out, and they didn't even have an opportunity to get into it. We started the downfall of the shit that happened after that. But anyway, my point is that I always feel like the two of them. Let's bring the Tyler stuff in too. We do that too with the Christmas nightmare that they should get another opportunity to come in the house. I do really believe that they got such a horrible ass treatment. Now, mind you, I don't think that Davon is like a good player. No shade. I think she has social and she gets in her head a lot, but she's smart. But I feel like Bailey. I know she's pregnant again. Everything. I'm just saying, and get her mama thing going on, and she's pretty much pissed off and bitter. Just pissed off with the whole show as all. She said she's not coming to reality TV. I just feel like they should get the opportunity to play again, and I bet they deserve it. What do you think?
Are they deserving? Yes. Do I want to see them play again? No. And I hate to say that.
Damn.
I really do. I hate to say that because I'm a Davon stan. I love Davon. But I have to be honest. Now that we have like Taylor and Tiffany in the mix, Ozza, like there are so many other Black women, Danielle, there are so many other Black women that I would rather see play again than them. I'm just going to be honest. If I want to see Black women play again, Kirsten, I want to see Black women play again. that I think can win the game. And I'm sorry, I do not think Bailey or Davon can win Big Brother. I'm sorry, I don't.
Wait a minute. You don't think that? Okay, Davon. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. You don't think that Bailey can win Big Brother?
No, because she gets emotional and then she stops playing logically.
She's had a couple of kids. It changes you 100%. I will tell you
No,
that.
before that. Because remember that huge fight that she had with Tyler?
No. I'm saying she's on her second kid. I said I don't know how she might be. When you have kids, you do change. I mean, I'm still crazy.
No. I'm saying she was emotional even before she had the kids.
No, baby. What I'm saying is, yes, she was emotional. But I'm saying that she may have changed to control some of that emotion. She hasn't been on reality TV in over 2 years. I'm saying she may
I
have
see what
gotten
you're
some
saying.
maturity and when you have kids, it does change you where you're not as sensitive. Trust me, you go through a lot with kids, falling down, I don't think she's going to be as sensitive as she was then now. And so I said, I would still like to see her do it. I would.
You know what I will tell you?
Mm-hmm.
If you mixed Davon and Bailey together, you might have somebody that could win Big Brother. But either one of them, I'm sorry, no.
I've always said that too. If they
I'm
were all
sorry.
together, but I still think I see it for. I always see it for Bailey. I just feel like I saw her on the challenge, and she was on the challenge. She was one of the first rookies. I mean, she was a rookie that her first season. She got to the very end and just messed up at the end, but she was so close. I just really do feel like she could. I just do. That's just my opinion.
Okay,
But,
let me throw this one out here.
okay, go ahead.
Amber. I would love to see Amber play again.
I would. That's yeah. We brought some good names up. I wouldn't mind seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. Some people that people have to go Google. I would no. There's no shade, please. People, some of these kids they 20. They ain't watch all that. So what I'm saying is, I would like to see people like that. What's the girl in Jack's season? I don't think she really was a beast or anything. She just had a really bad season. What's that girl's name with all the hair?
Oh, Cammy?
Yeah, but I don't remember her being good at the game. Because I remember everything was so bad. You know how she was being treated. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I remember most is the way that she was treated. I don't remember, sorry, Cammy, I don't remember a lot necessarily about her gameplay. But I mean, I highly doubt she would be willing to play Big Brother again. But if she was, why not?
When I remember, because I was reviewing the show then, I was reviewing it, but I got sidetracked because I got once again, the anger and I think because all the racist stuff. But in the beginning, I kept saying she was a weak player. I do remember that, but maybe she didn't have the opportunity to show because she was more or less defending her, self and dealing with all that crap, those toxic environment. That's why I said giving her opportunity as well because maybe she didn't have a chance to show how good her game was. So yeah, that's another one.
No, and I definitely could see that. But I mean, like I said, no shade. I love Davon and Bailey, both queens. I think there are so many other Black women that I would rather see play than them. Sorry. Now, if we're talking about the challenge, I'll watch both of them come back to the challenge if they're going to do that. But Big Brother, no.
Davon did not do well in the challenge as well. Not to be funny. Somebody just typed. I'm just being honest. Bailey did really well in the challenge.
Isn't she undefeated in eliminations or no?
Davon? Wait a minute.
Yeah, isn't she? I thought I heard her say that she's undefeated in eliminations. Somebody who knows the challenge, please put in the chat if that's right or not.
Wait a minute. Davon?
I swear to God, I heard her say, because she co-hosts the Official Challenge podcast with Devin. I swear to God, I heard her say on one of the ones that she's undefeated in eliminations. Because she got, when they did like a purge or something right before the final, and she got out in the purge, like she got voted out. And that's how she got out of the game.
Okay, so she is undefeated in 3 eliminations.
Okay,
3 eliminations.
3 out of how many?
I don't know how many she went in there, but she stopped going to the challenges. I think she had 4 eliminations and she won 3.
Okay, well, that's not so bad. She only lost once.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's just horribly bad or anything.
I know what you mean.
Because it sounds sweet. I'm just saying that I never thought of Davon as a beast and really anything. I just always thought that should be one of those as like a leader or someone who could remember the stuff, and she was smart. But her only problem that she actually had is she would, she would get in her head. But that's why I said the environment that these women were in were toxic and horrible. And I said, do you think that affected their game, in your opinion? Look at
Oh,
Davon's
it
seasons.
has to. It has to. It has to. And like I said, you're talking about when these people played, they're in their 20s. You and me are tough old bitches. Like, we know how fucked up the world is. So, like, if we went in there as 40 somethings and people were acting like that, it's just kind of like, it's like how you always say, that's Tuesday for us. So it's just kind of like, I'm going to navigate it in the house the same way that I navigated in life or at my job or whatever. But they're in their 20s. Like, they're not as hardened as we are, where it's just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to do whatever, But Visual by Nature said, I want to see Dominique play again. I would love to see Dominique play again because she's another one. As soon as they found out she was smart, out. Like, so, I mean, there are so many wonderful, amazing Black women in the Big Brother canon to come back and play again. And I'm just not going to choose those two, unfortunately. Love them though, but I'm just not going to choose them.
I think for me the circumstances and the reason why I say those two is because I've always been, I'm saying I know people have been blogging about this. They're younger, that's in here now, but for me, been blogging about it for such a long time. That whole situation, I was so invested in Big Brother. People used to literally hate to be in my house. I would literally have a DVR. This is how much of a stand I was and a blogger, kind of. I went to the DVR and it would just record because back then we had I forgot the other channel. We used to watch the real live feed. We able to record every 24 hours a day. And so I used to work overnight. So my DVR would just record everything. I would just get off of work and I would just sit 3 hours, however long it was, and then just watch it. Watch every little bit because it's like the camera would record. It would never edit anything. So that's why we were able to see it. I was able to see the fight live in person, not in person, George Jesus. Watch the fight live while it was happening. Other thing that was going on. I don't know. I miss that rawness. But watching Davon and what they went through to me was very traumatic. The stuff you went through with Christmas, I was so frustrated watching when Davon and Bailey were trying to win the HOH and they didn't get the opportunity because I feel like he made that mission. I'll never forget it. He told all of them, you every time you go up, you make sure you pick Davon. Because I forgot the name of the competition. Every time you go up, you pick Bailey. And I remember it was gone. And I just watched it. And I was like, how is it a whole entire house will go after these two? That's why I feel like I really want to see them get the opportunity. I'm not saying that I think they're going to necessarily win. Do something like this Reindeer game thing, I just want to see them in there and play. Especially Bailey. I do. But I understand what you're saying. I do. I really understand it. I don't think they're going to ever do it again. And yes, there are other Black women that I would love to see in the house. But just those two, the situation, everything that went on, it just bothered me to my core for years. It did. Like I had a hard time with Big Brother. I thought that crap happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was triggered by it. I still am. I am. That story to
No,
me is just it's so
that
frustrating.
Honda summer sales event fight, that was so, I was literally, because that was like 2:30 in the morning or something. I was literally laying in bed watching the feeds on my phone, and I just couldn't remember I wanted to come through the phone. That was so fucking triggering. And literally, it was like every terrible thing a white woman has ever said to me, done to me, was like coming into my mind watching that. Like that was horrible. And I would have literally called Honda summer sales event out, and I would have said, you are white womaning to the nth power right now. And it's disgusting because you're mad because you want a Black woman to come grovel at your feet and be nice to you and act like you're best friends when you literally took something that she told you in confidence and used it against her. And then now you're upset because she doesn't want anything to do with you. And then you're trying to pick a fight with me about it. And I'm suffering because you put me on the block because of what she said. Like, that whole thing was just so absolutely and ridiculously insane. It really was. And racist, obviously.
Girl, let me tell you, when I did my live, no, I did something on YouTube, and I just remember I had so many hate in the comments, and I just can remember it was a hot summer day. I did my live outside. I was scream that whole live. I think I screamed the entire live because I was so angry, and the comments were so repulsive and calling me all kind of things. I was going in, bitch, fuck you. I think Kristen had went live on Instagram. I was in her comments, calling her all kind of names. Girl was such a, oh my god, it was a mess. Hey Robbie, what's up, sweetie? What you gotta say? What's going on, Robbie?
Hey, so I just
Rob,
shared something. Again, I'm taking care of my friend, so I wasn't able to see the video. But as I was
Oh,
I mean the episode, but as I was doing like what I was doing, and I went through on my page, I made a video about this season earlier, saying that how I liked it or whatever the case may be, and somebody left this comment. I don't know if it has anything to do with the episode. That's why I came in. I was like, let me ask my friends who've seen the episode. So they said blacks want to be equal, yet they target whites. Facts. If whites did that, Black Lives Matter would be protesting, and you wonder why people are the way they are. Was there something that happened this episode? Because I'm ready to respond like immediately. Was there something that?
wait. She chose Nicole, so I don't even understand the T. Xavier was the one that was, not. I mean, he won at the end, but that's confusing to me about this episode. I don't understand. Sheena, what you think?
yeah, that's just a troll because that literally the comment doesn't make logical sense. Like she chose Nicole to save when she was participating in a group. They chose Nicole to save, so a white woman got saved twice. So literally that comment makes absolutely no sense.
Right, and I'm like, is it about the episode, or maybe this person just happened to see my video and they already had these feelings harbored? That's what. But it was just.
It's giving the latter to me.
It's given that as well.
Okay,
Yes.
so then I'll just frame my video as in like, bitch, have you ever watched Big Brother? Like, let's be fucking serious.
Like,
Period.
let's
Period.
be fucking for real. You want to talk about one group targeting another? You got 22 seasons of evidence of who was targeting you. Actually, 23 because Taylor was targeted on her season. So you got
Was
23 seasons of who was targeting who. I know we don't want to go there.
they still mad at the cookout? They still mad and call the cookout
That's
racist.
what that sounds like to me.
It
It's
does to
like
me.
that they're talking about the cookout,
They
which is
are.
not this show.
I hated hearing that on my videos. You're supporting racist people. The cookout, like every video I ever did, and I swear it was a group of them that came under my post talking about I'm racist because I support the cookout and I want them to win, and they're targeting white people. I had that comment all the time under my videos when I don't get it. Like Chena said, y'all had 23 seasons. Like, what's the T? Y'all want all the seasons? Oh, okay, copy that. The fuck? Stupid. I'll just read them down and be done with that, baby. It sounds like a troll.
Okay, all right, got it. Yeah, that's all I was asking. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. But like I said, I was trying to post something by deadline for myself, and then I'm still here taking care of my friend, make sure she all right. So I was not able to see the episode, but I don't mind being spoiled, but I was like, I gotta ask, like, was there something? Because I was gonna be like, oh, I need to watch it now then.
No, nothing
I
like that.
Okay.
I just have to say, Robbie, I'm sorry, but you being like, I'm taking care of my friend that got a BBL. Something about that is just funny to me.
I don't know, Sheena. It was to
Why?
me too. I didn't want to say it, but when he said that, when he said in
Why?
the middle, no, yesterday when he said the first time, I know. I was like, but did he say BBL? I didn't want to say it because I said, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that because you know what? She in a lot
No,
of fucking pain for real.
no, because it feels like the beginning of a sitcom episode, to be honest. Like
Wait a
I'm
minute, have you seen this
here
video
taking
on
care of my
TikTok?
friend.
Hold
My
on, have you
friend.
seen his video on TikTok? That video looks like a sitcom. He's videoing her. She's on the bed. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. It is, baby. On
Oh
the
wait, okay, I need to go watch
Yes.
that.
It's hilarious.
Then Robbie, I saw you post the other day. You got locked out of the room. Like I was like,
Oh yeah, I did, but they were able to make me a key, so I was able to get back in.
like this is a sitcom. Like you need
He needs to do a
to
vlog. There you
you
go.
need to write that teleplay, Robbie. Opening. I'm taking care of my friend with a BBL that got a BBL.
Oh my God. He needs to put that, like we did the next post he does, he needs to put with no blocks on top. This is your series. That should be a series on your TikTok. Because that video I watched, I was like, oh my God. And I said, what's gonna happen next? It looks like a scene, like, and the way she was looking and y'all were just acting regular. I'm like, I can't. It was funny. Go watch it, Sheena. It's hilarious. Okay, so we've had a really, really, really good discussion today. As always, it was so good today. Oh, she's back. What she saying? She said
Yeah,
something.
she said, "Did they see you with my coat on?" Because when we went to the place, the surgical center, she has a. If you've ever seen Empire, she has like this Cookie Lion's fur coat, top to bottom, and it's so big. And it's like if she gives it to me and asks me to wear it, I can't do nothing but put it on. So I was wearing the coat today as I was waiting for her, and she was like, "How dare you?" I was like, "No, I want to live my Cookie Lion's fantasy."
What you sitting there with your legs crossed?
Please tell me, please tell me, you did a TikTok video with the jacket
She
on with the
on her
Cookie ad
page,
lib
she does
boys.
have me in the jacket with my shades and everything in the coat. Yes, on her page. Yes.
Is the voice ad lib when the Cookies line from off the show?
Oh
I need you
no,
to
I
add
was
that in there.
about
It's
to though,
audience.
because I was out when I was waiting on her. I was like, "Oh, I really want to make. I just want to be like Lucius." But no, I did not do it. I'm gonna give it to y'all before I. But as soon as you put the coat on, you feel the spirit of cook. You just want to yell out Lucius and start cussing people out.
Look, go on do it because I might have to do a duo with you and act like I'm the other girl. Do so crazy. Go on do it. Because if you know me, I would do those. I haven't done it in a long time, but I will do a duet. Go on put it up. It's one of my favorite shows. Okay. Sheena, I'm probably gonna end it after this moment. What you gotta say, sweetie?
Okay, I just have a question for Robbie since he finally decided to grace us with his presence. So, like this comment that you put up here, because I know that you have a very large following and your videos probably get shared a lot. Does that happen often to you? Because I literally have 2 videos up on TikTok too. And the first one that I did was celebrating when LeBron became the all-time scoring leader. And it's just a short video of me talking about that. So I got all these comments, and I have like no following. I have like 20 followers or something. I got all these comments of people hating LeBron, which, okay, that's expected. But then I got like nasty comments directed at me too. And I just was like, TikTok is so nasty. And that was like my first video that I ever posted. And so it really kind of like turned me off, even though, there are trolls everywhere. But just the way that people responded, I was like, I don't think I like this app. So is this something that happens to you regularly or no?
Yeah, especially when you're posting consistently. Like I have stuff that is coming up. Like I think I just made a video about Aquafina. I have people commenting under that Aquafina video, downplaying, even though I made the video. I have videos from like literally years ago. And people will come back and comment things and say, oh no, like it takes the right person. And the thing with TikTok is you don't know where your video is being shared. So like, let's say your video goes viral and then it's being shared over here on Twitter, or X or whatever. If there's a large discourse of people disagreeing with you and you just never see it, you don't know. So then you'll start to get all these people coming into your comment section who are disagreeing with you. It's kind of like that, like Moms of Liberty kind of thing. Like people will take a certain person who has a large platform who disagrees with you, can take your TikTok, they can share it, post it elsewhere. And we just saw that with the dude who was like, he didn't get into the university. And that was like a big thing on here. And he was getting like hate comments and all this other kind of stuff because they put that, they shared that TikTok and then they said, oh, he didn't get in because he's YT or whatever the case may be. And then he started to get, that happens a lot. Like even with the dude, Christian Reyes, and he was talking about his experience about him being, assaulted or whatever the case may be in an inappropriate way by somebody who was high up in the industry. I have a whole series on my page talking about Tyler Perry. And in one of those videos, I talked about the episode of The Boondocks with Medea. And now, boom, so many people are popping back up and revisiting that video because it's a current trending topic. And it might mean that somebody might have shared his experience and said, oh, see, like the Boondocks already talked about this, and linked my video.
Oh
So
wow.
do you get comments like this troll in this troll manner every day?
Yeah, depending on it, for the most part, this is very intense. Like, this is something I'm going to comment on this immediately. But yeah, you get mild to lighter comments saying the same thing. The Aquafina thing, I had to make another video because there were so many people coming in day after day defending the Aquafina situation. But because I've been away from TikTok, because I've been so, I was really taking a break from it. I've been over here. I've been talking about Big Brother and all that other kind of stuff. So I have not been as active. But yeah, like if your video does well enough, you're going to get comments like these. Yeah.
I want to ask you something behind the scenes, Robert, like about TikTok though, because I'm trying. My girl over here pushing me. So I'm gonna ask you something behind the scenes if you don't mind. I know you be booked and busy, but I'm gonna send you a DM about TikTok and then we'll talk about it. If that's okay. I don't have anything else to say. I'm done as far as the
No,
episode.
girl, you don't see my hand up?
Girl, you were just talking. Can I please say this, ma'am? So anyway, I don't have anything else to say about the show. Sheena, what are your final words? Because I'm about to. I have to go to the bathroom. I don't want to get my business, but I got to eat too.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind, because I actually was going to ask you if you wanted to talk about that tweet, because I
Which
kind
one?
of want to talk about that
You talking about?
that you just sent.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm about
okay,
to make a
okay.
video about it. So if there's anything that you want to make sure I say in the video, let me know because I'll say it.
Okay, so did I post it up here or I just send it to you?
No, you just sent it to me. I'll post it.
Okay, so that gave me a cringy moment. I'm not gonna lie, it did. When I saw it, I was like, this doesn't look like a joke to me. This has been a debate for the longest time as far as the cookout, as far as who started, who did it, But in my opinion, I have always felt like that Tiffany was the mastermind of the cookout. No, I wasn't there, but that's what I've always thought. Am I wrong to think that way? Because for him to post that,
No. She literally is the one who said, this is how we're going to get to the end. And they followed the plan and it happened. She 1000% is the mastermind. Like that's period, the end of the story.
So I don't understand why was that post.
Can I say one more thing? Because
Mama.
we're on wax, meaning we're recording, and I've said this in other spaces, but I just want to say it here since we're bringing this up. So people love to do the whole, because sometimes it's referred to as like the +1 plan, and so people love to be like, well, she didn't invent that. She didn't invent that. It doesn't matter. She thought to use it and it worked. That's number one. But people often discount the second brilliant thing that she did, which is when they formed the duos with the people outside of the cookout, she drew attention to those duos. And so those duos were spotlighted. And that's why the other people in the house were never looking at them as a 6, because she made sure to put attention on those duos. And that's what you were focused on. And so like, I listened to, when their season was over, I listened to a whole bunch of exit interviews that they did. And Sarah Beth did this interview when she was talking about when she was HOH, and like she was like talking things over with Kyland, and Kyland was saying, well, like, oh, Azah doesn't think that, or Azah would never do that, or whatever. And she said that she was sitting there going, how would you know what Azah would think or what Azah would do? That doesn't make any sense. And so she never put together that they were working together, because she never saw them together, because he was always with her. They were always with their duos. When they came together as a group, it was at nighttime when the rest of the people were asleep. So that is another brilliant thing about the plan, is that people saw them with non-cookout members, and it never occurred to them to think of the 6 of them working together. DX was in the bathroom one night and named all 6 of them, and still never thought, oh, they're an alliance. That's the other brilliant thing that she did that she doesn't get credit for. So since we're talking about that, I wanted to make sure that gets discussed and talked about and bring that up. I listen, I know that, you and I both, like, we talked to Derek. I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know what is going on with him. I don't care, like, for this comment. Like, I know he's trying to react to what the original post said, but if it was me personally, I would have just said, hey, Tiffany is the mastermind of the cookout. Kudos to her. I'm enjoying watching her on the show. That's all I would have said. Like, I wouldn't have said, like, the last part. Like, because obviously they're trying to take a dig at me, and I'm just not gonna, like, I'm just not gonna allow them to. I'm just gonna say, I love Tiffany. She's doing well. Kudos to her, and I'm just going to drop it because he's made several other comments about Black women in reality TV lately, and it's starting to go back to where we were after BB23, and I don't want to go back there. So I don't know what is going on, but he's commenting a little too much on Black women publicly lately in a way that I do not like.
I just want to figure out because like for me, it's a cookout. I've always wondered, has anybody ever had an issue with us saying that she's the mastermind, which she is the mastermind. And I've always wondered within the group, have other people had an issue with it? So that comment to me, I'm like, don't say everything out loud. Like, your mama say, keep it at the kitchen table. To me, I wouldn't have responded that way myself. Yeah, I know I'm quick to respond. I would probably said, okay, or nothing at all. I don't think I would have responded with that because everybody is watching. They're going to say, oh, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead, Robert.
And I just want to say, like, even the show, like, even if you were not watching the season, so, like, I feel really validated. And I feel like they did it right because me, as somebody who was not watching the feeds that season, like, when she was sitting there talking to Kylan, I know they put that on the show, and she was setting up the pieces next to the pawns, and she was like, you got this person, I got that person, I got that person. And they got this, like, it was clear that she was the one setting the ish up and giving them the plan as far as how it was going to be executed, and that is how it went. So to me, it's kind of like, why discredit her for the work that she clearly did? Like, and then again, you were going against her this season, that season. So it's crazy to me to say, like, or you were having feelings of, oh, I want to just get out of this, Derek, that season. And now you're like still kind of having, oh, well, I did this and I did that. And yes, and I've had discussions in other spaces about how, like, okay, was this person carried? Was that person carried? Whatever the case may be. But, there was one person who came in there with a clear plan, never faulted on that plan, and never thought about faulting on that plan. And all of y'all were able to make it to the end. And then
I swear up and down.
went to her
Go ahead,
biggest
baby.
ally and got her biggest ally out of everyone. Like, that was a big moment. And she still did not fault. Like, that's why I'm like, please stop discrediting this woman.
This is a Tuesday for us. Black women are always going to be discredited. Other things we have invented or was a part of an invention, or maybe was the idea, the mastermind on paper, but another man took credit. Nothing new here, nothing to see. Go ahead, Sheena.
Also, like, I tried to be nice earlier. I wasn't going to mention it, but since we're on this topic, if y'all don't know, Derek is the one who made the comment about, oh, I'm interested to see what Taylor can do once she's playing with other players. He was the person who said that. So, like, he has made several comments lately, and I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't like it.
Well, I'm pretty sure tomorrow they're all going to be talking about it on Twitter, so we'll see. Any final words, everyone, so I can get my food before it gets too cold?
The final word is, I think it's going to be one hell of a finale. I hope the spoiler I saw is not correct, but I mean,
Tell me that later.
Okay, CBS did their big one. They really did. I really have to give it to them because they had some heavy hitters on here. all play together. They've got 4 heavy hitters at the end. That's another thing. There's no goat, like in the Survivor sense, the way they use goat, not greatest of all time, the other type of a goat. There's no goat that got dragged to the end. Like everybody that is in that Final Four can compete. So we're really gonna have a showdown, and whoever wins the 100,000, you're gonna have to fight, and you deserve it. So kudos to you, CBS. You actually did a good job with this one. Maybe consider shortening the regular season to maybe 60 days so we get this kind of hard-fought competition again.
So as far as final words, I just want to say real quick an aside. I was so happy to see Sari and Felicia present together. And I think a lot of people are taking this as like, oh, you know, they may no, like I'm not taking it that far. But I was really happy to see them present together. And with that, I'm gonna give you all my classic final word. I'm sorry, friend. Drink that water. Fucking Bowie Jane.
I love your friend.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Your friend said,
She cussed me. She was like, "You're being too loud. You arguing." My
Oh
friends will
my
put me out
God.
when I get on these spaces
Oh, Jesus.
sometimes.
Yes. It was 3:30 in the morning. You was
She like, it was 3:30 last night. Friend, I was standing on business.
Oh,
I was not
Jesus.
fussing, friend.
standing on business.
Yeah.
wait,
Wow.
3:30 in the morning? You was in a space?
Look, I was in a space last night and I was arguing. She was like, "You was arguing so hard," and I was like, "Yeah, because."
Oh no, you need to tell her that's how you be in the space. Windmilling.
Medicated. Just got out of surgery, and you over here arguing at 3:30 in the morning.
Okay, friend, I understand that.
You was a horrible nurse yesterday.
I like the song. Okay,
Wait,
I got
not
it.
my pay getting docked.
Be careful.
You got docked.
Hold on.
She said I'm
She
at
about to fire
$7.50
you.
an hour.
Is she about to fire you? Look, she about to fire you.
You better get off the space, child, because you got
Wait,
docked.
how I go from a
Don't get
nurse?
fired,
She
baby.
said nurses
Don't
get
get
paid
fired.
30. How I go from 30 to 750?
Oh, somebody got demoted. Damn.
Friend, okay, y'all, she bringing up old stuff.
Okay, not old stuff. I'm just gonna put that on wax. Oh my God.
We gonna have to. Knowing
I mean,
her, she's going to lay me out eventually. With love, though, you know, because I've really been here, and I absolutely have been enjoying it because I love her so much. But yeah, final note, fucking Bowie Jane. If the person I don't want to win wins, I'm gonna say, bitch, it's that fucking Bowie Jane. I'm sorry.
don't say you say I'm so sorry like me. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to say besides bye.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.